Hello.
Hello.
Could you tell me your name, please?
My name is Anne-Marie Moran.
Okay. And what do you do, Anne-Marie?
Right now I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I volunteer with my son's athletics and at my daughter's school.
And how many kids you have?
I have two.
Okay. So what happened with you? Tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I was diagnosed with colorectal cancer in February of 2011.
Wow.
I had a colonoscopy. I had no real symptoms to speak of, and they found a very large tumor during the exam.
Okay. And so you went to treatments, and they did what?
First they did chemotherapy and radiation together for 1 month straight. I had to wear the chemo pump 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I had radiation Monday through Friday. And then after all that, they gave me a little bit of time to heal, and then they did a surgery to remove the tumor and resect the colon.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, what happened with the lungs?
And then I found out after having 2 surgeries that the cancer had gone to my lungs, and there were spots on both sides.
And how long did it pass between they diagnosed you with the colorectal cancer until they found out that you have a lung cancer?
I think it was about like a year and a half or so.
After doing the treatments, and then this what happened.
Yeah.
And what did they tell you when they found out that the cancer was metastasized to the lungs?
Well, the doctor said that people in my situation normally don't live more than 6 months to 2 years, and that there would be no cure, and that, you know, they were sorry, but that was, and I said, okay.
But you were doing the chemo treatments for the lungs also?
At this time I wasn't doing any treatments. I had just recovered from the reversal of the ostomy when they resected the colon, and then I had the scan after to follow up with them to see how everything was. Mm-hmm. And then I decided I was going to switch hospitals and doctors after I got the news about my lungs.
Mm-hmm. And did you switch?
I switched to Mass General.
Any change on the diagnosis or prognosis?
They found more spots when they did a scan. They wanted to rescan. And they found a couple spots that were not seen before.
Mm-hmm. So. And what was the treatments in MGH?
They wanted me to immediately start more chemo,
mm-hmm.
which I did.
Oh, you did?
I had about 4 treatments. Mm-hmm. I was supposed to be scanned after 6, mm-hmm. but I was very, very ill, mm-hmm. and not responding well, and they lowered the dose, still not responding well, and they said, let's just take a scan and see how it looks before we continue.
And what happened?
They realized that the chemo had done nothing to shrink the tumors.
So I assume the tumors were getting bigger, or more tumors, or not?
They were growing, but not at a rapid rate.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. And what did you decide to stop the treatment? What was your outlook? What was your decision?
They told me that I really didn't have any other option but to have surgery and on both lungs and have them take out the cancer.
And have you?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened after that?
I had pretty good recovery. I went in for the scan. They got as much as they could of everything except for maybe 2 or 3, and there were some very small spots that they couldn't get to, but they didn't know if they were cancerous either. They assumed that they were.
So what have you done since the operation? Did you stop the chemo treatment, or mm-hmm. what was your decision? What happened in your family? What other things have you done?
I found a friend that lived up the street, and she introduced me to Tong Ren,
What is Tangren?
Tangren is a type of healing performed by practitioners, and they work on removing blockages in your body, and they believe that your body can heal itself if it's given, you know, your body's able to heal itself, you just have to help it.
Do you believe in body-mind connection?
I do now.
What do you mean now? You didn't believe before you got sick?
No.
What did you believe on?
I just believed that I was a victim. And
why?
Because I got bad luck getting cancer.
How were you before you got cancer?
I was, a happy person and enjoy life and things, but I think I took a lot for granted. I don't think I really appreciated what blessings I had.
Are you always were worried about things before you were cancer, or how you were? How was your outlook of life, or how did you resolve situation? You were a person that you say you were very happy, but you were getting angry very easily or stressed very easily. How were you before that?
Oh, I got stressed very easily over silly things.
So why do you think you believe in mind-body connection now and not then?
I think after seeing so many wonderful people and meeting so many wonderful people that have had so many positive changes, that I started to really think and say, you know what, these people are on the right path. They believe that their body is going to heal.
Who are these people?
The people that I met through the Tongren community.
And when you say they remove the blockage, this is kind of, what kind of removing? How does that work?
Through like massage and acupuncture and attending the healing classes, where they work on the different points in your body where you have injury, let's say.
And what do you do right now as far as treatment? You went back to the doctors, you stopped treatments, what do you do?
I decided to stop treatments. They had asked me to do a clinical trial about 8 months ago, and I said no. And then I was supposed to have a scan in January, and I said no. And then finally this April, I did go for the scan. But I wasn't as scared. I had told myself now that I was healing. I knew I was healing. And I knew I was getting better. And I knew I felt healthier. So everything had changed in my brain.
And what the doctor said to you?
The doctor was surprised.
Surprised to see you?
Surprised to see me healthy. And surprised that, he thought maybe some of the things in there that they all thought were cancer, they weren't. And he said that not many people in my situation have that kind of an outcome.
And what did he think about this outcome? Why? Did he tell you why he think it's so rare?
Nope.
No. Did he ask you what you were doing? Did he ask you if you changed your life, your way of thinking, your food? No. Okay.
He just gave me all these different options for I could do more chemo, I could do this, radiation.
And how was the scan? Because they offer chemo, that means something is going on still, or what's happening?
Everything was stable, except there was one lymph node that they saw that had increased in size from the scan 7 months ago, and they said if it progressed, they would strongly recommend having radiation.
And did the doctor tell you, the people in your condition, you said that it's very rare that they look like you. When you were doing the treatment, they said there was no cure for your diagnosis. So everything they were doing were palliative treatments to extend your lifespan?
Mm-hmm. They said there would never be a cure. I would never be cured, but they wanted to stabilize, just keep me stabilized. And that was the goal.
And when you, I'm going back to the mind and body and spirit, what is the changes that you do in your life now to have that connection that you think that helping you to heal?
Through lots of help and lots of wonderful people, I
How
have
do they help
learned-
you?
Oh, they help me realize and believe in myself and believe that I could be healthy and that I am healthy and that my body is getting better and that I'm working to do the right things to make myself better. And I'm looking healthier, I'm feeling healthier, and my attitude is healthier, that everything.
Are you worried about little things now like you used to before? Or you worry less or the same? Or how that changed?
I worry less. I discover that, a lot of things I would worry about was not something that I should worry about. And that worrying doesn't really change anything except make your mind in a negative state. And I try to always keep my mind now in a positive state.
You told me one day something very important. It says, you feeling healthy. How is that feeling? Well, I guess you know how you were feeling when you were very sick. And you know very well the difference now that you're feeling healthy. Healthy physically, healthy spiritual, mindset in. Are you a religious person?
I feel healthier in physical and mental, and I'm not overly religious. I do believe that in some way that I do believe in prayer and things of that sort, but I just feel like my mind is healthier and I feel my body's healthier. I don't feel like a sick person.
What would you recommend if somebody come with something similar to you? What will you will you give somebody an advice how to keep it going and have that strength that you have?
Yes. I gave my advice actually last week to a woman that I saw that was very sick and, kind of not very confident about her health. And her state of mind was not very good. And I tried to tell her that she needed to believe in herself, believe that her body can heal herself, that she needs to keep on remembering that she's strong, powerful person, and let her body have a chance to heal. Maybe take a break from medicine.
Take a break from medicine. What exactly that you mean with that?
Give your body a chance to heal from all the chemotherapy and the bad drugs, and give your body time to just get that stuff out of its system.
But people are very scared to quit chemo. Certainly I will not advise people to quit. But when you said some people when they are very sick, it's very hard for them to support the chemo. Is that what you mean?
Yes, I think that the chemo, maybe just take a small break and let your body heal because you keep making it sicker
And sicker.
and sicker and get weaker and weaker because the chemo is killing all the good cells.
Okay, so it's hard for you to say to the doctors, I want to stop this for a while. Well, they told you that was only palliative to extend your lifespan. What will you say to them now when they offer, any treatments? Will you say yes right away? Will you think about it? Are you afraid to talk to the doctors about it?
No, I'm not afraid anymore. I have a lot more confidence and I never jump into any decision that they advise me to do. And I believe that if I keep living my life the way that I am now and keep up with my Eastern medicine and my good attitude, that I'll keep healing and keep getting better.
So it seems like you have a good support community that support you and your decisions and
Yes.
make you feel self-assured of your decisions.
Yes.
And that's what will you recommend to people that in this kind of same boat with you, have a support community?
Look for positive people to be with, people that believe in you and believe that you can heal yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much, Anne-Marie.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.